Hi, today from Stuttgart in Germany. Today I will tell you my predictions for 2019. See you in the next part of this video. My predictions for 2019. Let's start with going through my predictions for 2018 that I had a year ago, that I published on 1st of January 2018. I have predicted that we will have a bear market for several months, maybe for 2 years, and indeed since then it turned out the dip we had at the end of the year, it turned into a bear market, and for 1 year we have been having a bear market and we are still in the bear market. So this one prediction went okay. I had 5 predictions and I said this is not a financial advice, this is just a game. I'm not your financial advisor, and I will be happy if 2 or 3 predictions of the ones I had would realize. So the first prediction was right. The second prediction I had was that we will see a price below $10,000, and I remind you we were like at $16,000 I guess at the beginning of the year, and I told you we will see a price below $10,000 and also above $100,000 on Bitcoin. We have seen the first price and we still see prices below $10,000, and I have to remind you, at the time of my predictions, people were wishing to have Bitcoins below $10,000. Everybody was saying if Bitcoin was below 10,000 again, I would buy a lot of it. Now we have Bitcoin at the time of recording below 4,000, and I don't see these people buying Bitcoin. I see them complaining about the end, about the death of Bitcoin. But we haven't seen Bitcoin above $100,000, so that's where I was wrong. Another prediction that I had was that we will see the wealthiest person in the world coming from crypto. And I was speculating it would be Satoshi Nakamoto if he is alive with over 1 million Bitcoin. But shortly after this prediction, actually Chris Larsen, for a short time, he became the wealthiest person on the planet. And Chris Larsen is the main shareholder of Ripple. Another prediction I had was that crypto will come into mainstream. And I defined it as when Amazon and eBay start accepting crypto as payments, then we will define it as a mainstream usage of cryptocurrencies. And as you know, Amazon haven't started to accept crypto yet, but there are some code snippets in eBay sources that would indicate that eBay is actually preparing to accept crypto. We will see how it develops, but let's say this prediction didn't materialize. Another prediction I had was that if Lightning Network doesn't get deployed, another cryptocurrency will take Bitcoin's lead in respect to market cap. As you know, Lightning Network did get deployed, so this prediction doesn't matter anymore, so we can skip that one. And the last prediction I had was that central banks will start using Bitcoin as reserve currency in order to protect themselves in case dollar or euro fails, currencies that they usually use as reserve currencies. Until now, we don't know if they really started using crypto as reserve currencies, but I think some of them did. Let's look at the government of Venezuela or Central Bank of Venezuela. Let's look at the Central Bank of Iran. These type of countries, or maybe North Korea, I think the central banks started buying Bitcoin as reserve currency and we will see how it develops. Maybe we will learn about that in later years. Let's start now with predictions for 2019. The first prediction I will have is a negative one. I predict we'll have a global economic crisis in 2019, and it may be accompanied by inflation, with high inflation, maybe not hyperinflation yet, but a much higher inflation in dollar or maybe even in euro. So this is my first prediction: global economic crisis, maybe with high inflation in the main currencies. The second prediction: what about the bear market bettering? How long will the bear market last? I think the halvening will have impact on the bettering of the crypto market. So we will have a run up of the price in the expectation or before the halvening in 2020. After the halvening, we'll have a short drop, and from then on we will start seeing a bull market. When this run up starts, if it starts in the second half of 2019 already or in the beginning of 2020, I can't say for sure, but we will see this run up in the price for sure. So the bear market will last maybe in the second part of this year, maybe longer. This is my prediction. And again, this is not a financial advice. I am not your financial consultant. This is just my guesses about the future. Nobody can know the future, but let's play this game again this year. So the next prediction: we will see the first STOs, which means security tokens offerings, this year. The first huge STOs we will see, maybe not in the regions of billions of dollars, but certainly of hundreds of millions of dollars. The first, so to say, IPOs on cryptocurrencies. The first companies going public, not on a traditional stock exchange. They will be releasing tokens to represent their stocks. The next predictions that I am bold to say here, I am not sure if this happens this year, but we may see this year tokens of huge companies like Facebook or like Amazon, maybe even Apple. We will see if any of these three companies, these huge behemoths, or maybe Microsoft, will release their own currency, their own token. I would say Facebook has the most chance to do that, but we will see. Maybe some of these companies will try to play the crypto game this year. But of course, they will wait till the market takes off in order to take advantage of that. Now coming back to the central banks and their reserves, I think we will see official statements of some central banks, maybe of Iran, North Korea, maybe Venezuela, maybe of some smaller independent countries that will say they will start building their reserves in Bitcoin as well. So this is another prediction. It didn't materialize last year, or at least we don't know if it materialized. But I think in 2019 we will see some central banks saying, yes, we make our reserves in Bitcoin as well. And the next part will be about the bear market we are in. I predict 40% of top 100 crypto coins in the market cap as we see today won't be in the top 100 in 1 year. So 40 out of 100 will be out of top 100. So at least so many top projects will be affected by the bear market, and I don't say they will fail completely or come out of existence in the long term maybe, but certainly in 1 year you will see them drop out of top 100 in the coin market cap. And the same with top 10. At least 3 of these projects will drop out of top 10, and we will check that in a year. So these are my predictions for 2019. Let's play this game. I am curious about your predictions, about your ideas. How do you think the market will develop 2019? Write me this in the comment and let's discuss about that. If you like this video, give me a thumb up. If not, of course, thumb down. Share this video with your loved ones, with your friends. One day they will thank you for that. I talk here a lot about cryptocurrencies, about money, about economy, about billionaires, about our best entrepreneurs, how they think and act. And I talk also about doing impossible things in life and business. So if you like this video, you will certainly like my other videos. I invite you to watch them. I wish you a fantastic day today. Let's do something extraordinary today.